This is a quick demo showing you how to solder the MP3 decoder chip to the Daisy MP3 player using only a standard soldering iron. The first step is to attach and align the chip, and then we'll worry about connecting all the pins correctly later. Put a bead of solder on one of the corner pads and then position the chip with, say, a pair of pliers and solder that end down onto the board. This should lock the chip onto the board now, and you can go to the other end and fasten one of the other pins down at the other side of the chip, and this will keep it from moving around. You can also use this opportunity to make any fine-tune adjustments to how it's positioned on the board. Now what you can do is try to individually solder the pins as best as you can on the other side. When you're working with something this small and with such a big blunt instrument, inevitably you're going to come into problems and a big blob of solder is going to drop onto the chip. Don't panic. Instead, slather that big goober of solder around over all the pins, and then go over each pin one at a time and ensure that the solder has flowed in between it and its pad. You're going to want to hit each one of those pins to make sure that there's a good connection underneath each one. Now, using surface tension to your advantage, you can kind of move around the excess solder till it collects into one area. Then what we'll do is wick up that excess solder with a solder wick. It takes some time, but after a few iterations of moving the solder around and then wicking it up, there won't be enough solder left to span the pins, and at that point your job is done.